Okay. What's up, y'all? I'm Brissa. I'm on the FRC team, number 7511, right? And the amount of girls that there are on the team is 2. I do documentation while the other does design.
I'm Justice McBee.
I'm Joshua Tate.
And I'm Jack Waltz.
We are the ones working on the intake for FTC. This is our intake. Let's go.
It's uses rubber band tension to suck the gears up once these gears turn. We went with this intake because we thought it'd be much more effective than like a grabber of some kind or something like that. We thought it'd be better.
More time efficient and more effective.
Yes.
In both areas.
Yeah. We'll give you a little demo.
Robot can climb successfully based on which kind of motors you use. A higher torque motor with better traction in the wheels is going to help it to climb successfully, but for our competition we decided that speed would be better. So we're using a smaller motor which we can control with this, and we can change the speed of it. We are going to use our arms to grab each mineral instead of using the wheels to get into the crater. So we're just going to reach into the crater and grab each piece that we need.
Jack told you our strategy, which was to not go into the crater, but focus on speed and using our arm to grab stuff out of the crater. But if you are trying to get in the crater, because your robot needs to climb, so what you want is to have better traction, and you want to have a lot of torque. So you would want to have high gear reduction with your gearboxes. That way you can adequately get over it and through the crater.
Hi guys, my name is Mr. Rizzo. I'm the lead mentor for Team 7511 and also for FTC Team 13466.
You've heard the students talk a lot about gear reduction, and so what I'm going to demonstrate is this is the average Tetrix gear motor. I know you guys are getting the Rev kits, and they're going to have motors very similar to this. So when you talk about an FTC motor that's already got a gearbox built into it, you can still change that gear reduction by using gears. So you could drive your motor with a small gear and drive a bigger gear, and that will change your gear reduction. Or to go faster, you put a bigger gear here and drive the smaller gear. And that's what we talk about gear reduction. For our purposes, we use the Andy Mark Sport motors, and we use already built gear reduction boxes that we just attach to the end instead of having to add gears. And that's your lesson on gear reduction.
My name is Desiree. I'm on FTC Team 13466. For how many wheels for a drivetrain? 6 wheels is the best. However, you can still get around with 4. Or it's just a little different for a robot than it is for a car or a truck.
Okay, so some of my students didn't get to answer all the questions they wanted to, and some of them just wrote their answers down and refused to get on camera. So I'm going to finish those questions for you. One of the questions asked about a 3-wheel robot using omnis in the back and a traction wheel up front. Well, the best strategy for that is to actually put the traction wheels in the back and the omni wheel in the front. That will give you 2 powered wheels so that you don't lose control of your robot. If you had the omnis in the back, you would actually slip and slide more than you want to. Having the omni wheel in the front allows you to get more traction and actually have a better turning radius, which brings us to our drivetrain. We're using a 6-wheel drop center drivetrain with a traction wheel in the middle and 2 omni wheels on either end. That allows us to use our center of gravity in the middle of the robot and our omni wheels to actually spin exactly where we're at, so we can extend our arm, pick up elements, turn around, and dump them into the lander as soon as we get them by doing that fast spin in place with the omni wheels.
Lead strategy mentor for FRC 7511. I'm also a coach for FTC 12973. This year's basic going to be winning strategy is going to be travel time. So just getting off the crater and getting as many elements as you can in that lander.